Look, it's live. It's live. It's live. It's live. It's live. Oh, in the name of God. Now I know what it feels like to be God. Oh. Hey guys, what's up? It's BigJackFilms here. Welcome to another live stream. I'm here this week with Sean. JTIsReborn. How are you, good sir? I have not seen you in a dog's age.
Oh, I'm doing okay right now. Just currently going for a couple-mile walk. I figured it'd be a perfect time to jump in, get some fresh air, get some exercise, and talk whatever the hell tonight's topic is. But it's good to be on here, Jack. Nice to see you in your new location.
It's just today. This week has been very busy. We've been doing a lot of stuff. We've been working on a lot of projects. I should make a few little updates for everybody. I want to apologize for no opening night last week. We actually kind of ran out of time to do them. So after this stream, we're actually going to watch 2 movies, and they're going to be coming out as opening nights Saturday and Sunday. And on top of that, tomorrow there's another TikTok compilation, and then there's the preview for our next set of BigJackFilms reviews, which you guys can go check out early right now on Patreon. We got the first 3 episodes done out of 5, so 3 down, 5 to go. You guys are really going to enjoy it. And yes, Jackson Knight, I actually do plan to get a haircut at some point down the road. Just because of continuity right now, I cannot. So once I finish filming everything for the year, I'm actually going to get a haircut, and it might be a little bit of a style you guys aren't used to. So
hey, I just shaved my head this week, so
yeah, like a SpongeBob would go, bald, my eyes. So yeah, we're just here to shoot the shit and talk about stuff and movies, and I don't know what's going on in the movie world. I've been trying very hard to stay off social media lately.
Smart move. That is a smart move. So I guess things in the movie world, some movies got delayed. The MCU films got delayed till next year. Black Widow is now coming out the beginning of May instead of the original November release date, which it was.
You know what it is? At this point, it's like they're so desperate to grab your money. It's like, just put the fucking thing out. You know?
Yeah. Hey, my state, the theaters are still closed. I can't go to any theater, which really sucks. So I think Michigan's like the only state that doesn't have theaters open right now.
Well, there's the drive-ins.
Yeah, even the drive-ins. Like, I'm trying to find showtimes. I found like one for New Mutants, but that's like 40 minutes away, and I'm like, I don't want to drive 40 minutes.
It's weird because like here in Canada, all our theaters are open. Everything's open, but we're entering wave 2 right now. So I think things are going to start to close up again, which sucks. But you know what? I mean, the one thing I can say about this pandemic that's been actually very good in terms of movies is that a lot of older titles are actually now popular again, because some of the Universal, I will say this with Universal, they've been re-releasing a lot of their old movies to theaters to get people back in. And I think it's a very smart move because it introduces the next generation to these movies instead of just remaking it again. You know, like,
yeah, exactly.
Like we got Jurassic Park, Jaws, and Back to the Future back on the big screen instead of just remaking the fucking thing. And guess what? They're all #1 at the box office. So just like, don't you miss re-releases, like big time re-releases in theaters instead of just a limited engagement or like one day only? Like, remember back when movies would be back in theaters for like 2 weeks?
Yeah, I remember they did that for Jurassic Park, which was pretty sweet.
Well, that's the thing. That was actually the last big re-release was in 2013. They put out Jurassic Park in 3D, and it actually was one of the highest grossing re-releases in recent memory, and they haven't done that since. I'm like, why not? There's so like Back to the Future you could do like all these great movies and put them back on the big screen, and they'll make money. Hell, you know what? I found out this Friday, if you don't know, Sean, they are re-releasing for the 40th anniversary, The Empire Strikes Back on the big screen.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And but what I found out that's really interesting, it's the unaltered version.
Oh, so to have the original Emperor on there.
Yeah, because I looked up I looked up on Fandango. They say the time of the movie is like 2 hours and 4 minutes. That's the cut of Empire that was released in theaters in 1980. You look at the special editions, it's actually like 2 or 3 minutes longer. It's 2 hours and 7 minutes. 3
special edition tapes. So
what?
When I watched Star Wars Original Trilogy, I had no idea the special editions even existed to like the Blu-rays. Because I own mine on the I have a VHS set, but it's full screen. It's not the widescreen. It's like the last full screen release before they switched to the special editions. So
yeah, it was basically, it's funny because it was released, the last time it was ever released on home video, the unaltered versions, was in '95. It was the VHS, and they actually also had Laserdisc. Now, now, believe it or not, the Laserdisc versions are the most sought after Laserdiscs in the entire format.
Oh yeah, because
it is actually the most best quality to, like, even compared to the DVDs that they did release in 2006, the Laserdiscs actually surpass the quality of the DVDs.
Yeah, that's great.
So that's one of my goals, is to get the big black case of all 3 movies on Laserdisc, because I love my Laserdisc player. Actually, funny enough, I was talking with Josh. He was showing a friend of his 1989 Batman, and they watched it on Laserdisc.
That's the one Laserdisc I own, is Batman '89.
Do you have a machine?
Player. No, I do not. I have just the Laserdisc itself.
Try Goodwills and Value Villages. You can occasionally find a Laserdisc for about $20, $30. I watched it on Laserdisc, and the quality, believe it or not, is worse than VHS in terms of not necessarily like the digital quality, like the way the tape is, just the film reels. Like the film reel on the Laserdisc looks scratched to shit.
For which movie?
Batman '89.
Oh, let's see how mine is when I eventually get to watch it.
Whatever film reel they use to convert to the Laserdisc, it looks like total ass.
Well, that's great.
Yeah, and don't even bother with the 4K Blu-ray they just put out.
Well, I just got my Blu-ray on '89, so the VHS. And the VHS is the ideal way to watch it because you get those commercials at the beginning. You get Alfred's Diet Coke. Yeah, you get Alfred's Diet Coke commercial, which Batman physically has to drive to the store in the Batmobile to fix them up.
And then people say that the whole drive-through to McDonald's was bad promotion.
I love that Diet Coke commercial so much.
You know what? For some reason, it's funny because, like, I know a guy who has the Batmobile here in Toronto, and I think it would be so funny to do a video where we just go through a drive-through.
Oh, that'd be great. Who wouldn't want to go through a drive-through in the Batmobile?
Exactly. You know, it's crazy. Hi, Huey. Good to see you. Good to see everybody on the stream. Wow, we got a lot of people on here. But yeah, apparently, yeah, Empire Strikes Back is coming back to the big screen. I don't know if it's going to be for a week or if it's a one-day only thing, but it's this Friday. You can go check them out on Fandango, get your tickets. You know, despite the pandemic, Empire on the big screen, how can you go wrong? Like, I know there is plenty of things that can go wrong, but at the same time, it's like, it's Empire Strikes Back on the big screen. And
yeah, that's great.
So it's funny. It's like, we get this. Why not the original Star Wars in 2017? Oh, wait, because you have your other movies coming out.
Mm-hmm.
So my theory is that because now that Disney's kind of done with Star Wars for a bit, they might re-release some of the older films for their anniversary. So guaranteed by 2023, we're going to see Jedi back on the big screen, maybe even Attack of the Clones in 2022. And then I'm thinking by 2027, Star Wars, the original version, will be out on the big screen again.
Well, hopefully. I mean, they have the rights to it. Why can't they just release the original altered versions? Or at least try to make a matchup as closely as possible.
Yeah, it's like, even just use the despecialized editions, you know? Like, those are great. But no, it's funny because, like, I actually found a version that's better than the despecialized editions. It's actually, there's Star Wars has the silver screen edition, and then Empire and Jedi have the Grindhouse editions. Now, the reason I like those more is because they are ripped from 35mm prints converted to 1080 HD.
Ooh, nice.
And yes, there are some flaws because it's scratched the shit because it's using an old film reel, but from an auction from a 35mm. But they still look great. Like, every time I watch A New Hope now, the Star Wars, I'm not calling it A New Hope, watching it on the silver screen edition where it's just a cleaned up version of the 35mm print, it looks like a 70s movie. That's my biggest issue with the recent releases. They're too artificial. They look too digitized and they look too new. I liked it back when it looks like an old movie.
Right. I'm the same way. I really like the way 70s film, like when it's kind of been remastered, holds up. Not the digitized shit that they kind of release nowadays, but just a film straight from like the 35 millimeter prints. Just kind of looking at them, like movies, like a lot of my Toho movies, they look fucking great. They look stellar quality, and it's that film quality that I'm talking about.
I really want to watch a digital print of Kong 33 and Kong 76 on 35 millimeter.
That'd be pretty fun.
Well, I know they released it on 8 millimeter and 16 millimeter, and I'm still trying to find prints of those, but those are really difficult to track. Like you go on YouTube and you can find like the 8 millimeter reels of Empire Strikes Back, but you can't, and like other movies, but you can't find Kong. What the hell?
I don't know. So Jack, I saw that you got a bunch of laser discs. I saw that one of them was Cutthroat Island. Have you happened to watch that one yet?
I have not watched that yet. I have heard terrible things, but I can see the production value behind. See, the only thing I've seen clips and I've seen the poster. And you know what? The poster
is amazing. It's a Drew Struzan poster.
That makes sense why it would draw me in, because I'm a big fan of Drew Struzan. I actually met him once at Fan Expo. He's a nice guy.
Yeah, I'll say this about Cutthroat Island. Production value, top-notch stuff. The musical score is really, really good. That poster's good. Rest of it, it's a hilariously awful movie. Like, I laughed hysterically at how
now the question is it are like how? Well, okay, in comparison, because one of my favorite movies is Waterworld, an overly budget, well-made movie, but people say it sucks. How does it compare to Waterworld?
Well, Waterworld, like my thing with Waterworld, I always thought the movie was just kind of okay, but this one's like way dumb or stupid. Like
Gina Batman Davis and Robin stupid?
Not quite to that level, but it definitely gets. There's a scene where Francis from Malcolm in the Middle just gets jacked right in the face, and it's really funny. And then you have, was it Frank Langella as the bad guy?
Oh, he's great. He's always great as the bad guy. He was fucking Skeletor.
Oh, he's pretty hammy in the movie. But Gina Davis is really miscast.
Okay, have you ever?
I think you would genuinely enjoy the movie.
Yeah, have you ever seen a movie? Have you ever wanted to see a movie where Skeletor and Khan fight each other?
What is that? Is that like a Zorro movie?
There was a 1974 made-for-TV remake of the Tyrone Power Mark of Zorro. And it stars Frank Langella as Zorro and Rakato Matoban as the bad guy.
Oh, that sounds like a good combination right there.
So it's Skeletor versus Khan. Go watch that. It's fun as hell, and it's only an hour. It's only an hour TV movie. Like, great movie. Actually, let's see here. I'm doing good, Clark. Good to see you. Can you imagine alternate universe RKO Picture Studios behind the original King? Yeah, they're still making movies. They kind of do, but they're under different managements. You don't see them much anymore.
I always felt like RKO kind of molded into Universal a bit.
Well, I think the last, you know what's funny? The last movie I think RKO ever released was the remake of Mighty Joe Young in '98. Because you watch that remake and you see the new version of the RKO logo, and it looks great.
Yeah, I kind of wish RKO was still around. We need more rival studios to make the market.
We need more movies about cat people.
Oh God, no. Every movie with cats in it are pretty much terrible. Did you see the 2019
Oh yeah, cats? Right. Oh God.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I like peed myself laughing in the theater because of how terrible it truly was.
No, oh my God. I'm not a big musical guy. Well, I kind of am, but I have my different tastes in musicals. But I've never seen the Cats musical, nor do I want to see the film. It looks like ass.
Oh, I think my brother and I were like the only ones in the theater.
And if you're going to make me watch that on the big screen, I have to watch it. Apparently, a lot of people went to see it super high.
Oh, I no doubt. Like, because they were clear. Okay, these cats are just so freaking horny in this movie. Like, these actors, it's so stupid. Like,
this movie is made for furries.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what I thought it was. I mean, It is a cinematic experience. I will tell you what. There's no movie ever made like this movie. It's like $100 million fetish film. It's just so stupid.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I think for me with musicals, like I've only seen a few on stage. Like I really, as a kid, my first one was the Beauty and the Beast musical, which I remember liking. The Lion King is spectacular. at least need to see The Lion King. That's a great musical.
Willy Wonka. I like the original Willy Wonka. Even though I make fun of it.
Musical. I'm talking about stage musicals.
I've only seen like 2 or 3 when I've had to do school trips or something.
Yeah, I've seen. I'm trying to think what else. So I've seen those 2 when they were in Toronto.
Little Shop of Horrors.
Which one?
Little Shop of Horrors. That's one.
Didn't see that, but when I was in New York, I've seen a few. Okay, I'm gonna say this right now. I'm one of the lucky people who actually saw Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark when it was in Manhattan. And Sean, I'm not kidding. I found it superior to any of the films.
Okay, now, my only knowledge of that was the South Park episode where it's like, it's time to destroy Broadway forever.
No. Okay, that was a joke because the show had the same problem with Waterworld. Over budget, had so many behind-the-scenes problems, and then
that's what I heard.
That's why it flopped. Because everybody thought, wow, it's a mess. Let's not go see it. But I loved it. It was... here's how I can describe it. Think Sam Raimi's Spider-Man combined with the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers live on stage tour.
Oh, God.
Dude, have you ever seen that? Like what the one 7-Up produced?
No, I never got the chance to actually watch Power Rangers live show, but I've seen kind of clips of the YouTube show that online, so they kind of cut back and forth.
Like, go watch that on YouTube, and you can watch the full experience. It's basically take that, but put Sam Raimi's Spider-Man over it, and it kind of works. And you know what? The music by U2 is actually really good.
Nice.
Yeah, like it actually matches. It's very much a 90s Spider-Man. It's like Spider-Man meets Batman Forever.
Perfect.
So, like,
Release
it actually
the Schumacher
has that sort of Schumacher look to it. Like, even the Green Goblin looks like something Joel Schumacher came up with.
Hashtag release the Schumacher cut.
the Schumacher cut of Spider-Man. But yeah, I really enjoyed that. And then I also did see probably the funniest musical I've ever seen in my life, though I haven't seen. I really want to see Spamalot. Is the Book of Mormon.
I've always wanted to see that because I'm a huge Trey and Matt fan. So
I saw it in New York. I won't spoil anything. There is one musical scene in the show where halfway through the song, there's one joke that brings down the house. Everybody could not stop laughing for 5 minutes halfway through this musical number. And they had to literally stop. Like, they had to keep doing the same beat and just stay in the same position without breaking a laughter.
Oh, that's pretty tough.
And people were laughing for 5 minutes because of the joke they made. I've never laughed so hard. Like, that was one of the best musicals I've ever seen, just for the comedy. And if it ever comes to your town, man, you need to go see it.
I almost went to see it. I really wanted to, but
dude, you're gonna be blown away. There's one song because the thing is with Book of Mormon is that one of the things it essentially does kind of rip into is the Lion King musical, but they make it a raunchy comedy.
Oh, perfect.
Like, they basically take the Lion King musical but set it in Somalia. Like, in this impoverished town. The jokes write themselves. Like, they're singing the song, and then one of the guys is like, "Oh, does it mean no worries for the rest of our days?" It's like, okay, I see what you're doing, Matt and Trey. Really want to see Phantom of the Opera at some point, because I know a lot of people into that musical.
Which ties back to Joel Schumacher because he made the movie.
That's the thing. I do like the Schumacher movie. I actually really do like that film.
I have not seen it.
Okay, yeah, okay, well, it's got Gerard Butler as the Phantom. And this is literally almost, I think, a year or before or after 300. So when he's singing, he sounds like fucking Leonidas. So he's like, "This is the point of no return."
Perfect.
It just sounds so. You know what he sounds like? Do you remember the I pointed this out on Twitter. You ever seen the old Yelp yogurt commercial where it's everybody asleep, and there's like that Jamaican guy singing, "I really want the money, but I'm still asleep. I really don't know what to toast."
I do not recall that at all.
Okay, well, it was a Canadian thing, but I swear Gerard Butler sounds like that when he's singing. I just want to just put a fucking Yelp yogurt in his fucking hands.
You know, Gerard Butler, he makes movies entertaining. Like, he can star in just crap, but he still somehow like kind of makes it fun. He's not to the like kind of like what Tim Curry kind of does with a lot of his movies. Gerard Butler's not to that level of entertaining, but like he does make his movies more entertaining. Like, he just has fun with them. Like, he doesn't care what he stars in. He just has fun making movies.
Actually, it's fun. You know what? Tim Curry was in a Broadway musical I really want to watch, and it's Monty Python's Spamalot.
Oh, that sounds perfect.
He was King Arthur.
The more Curry, the better.
Oh my God! Yeah, it's Tim Curry as Arthur, King of the Britons. Oh, it's if you've seen Monty Python, it's like the Holy Grail. It's like that's a perfect role for him.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't doubt it because, like I said, Tim Curry is the man. He's the best.
Oh, he's delicious.
Exactly, like you said in your Legend review.
Yeah, because like the reason I keep saying he's delicious is because his name is Curry. Even though I'm not a fan of actual food curry.
Right. Curry, it does things to your digestive system.
Oh my God. No. When it does things to your digestive system, when you fart, instead of farting, it goes, wah!
Oh, you know what? If that were the case, I would intentionally eat more curry. Wah!
I know, and then it's like, when you pop one out, it's like, they all float down here, and you will too.
Oh God. Can you imagine that every time you take a shit?
Oh my God. Just get a Pennywise toilet, and every time you flush it, it says something.
Oh, that's a genius idea.
Exactly. Here, Warner Brothers, you're welcome. Make a Tim Curry Pennywise toilet.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you know what? Maybe after Space Jam: A New Legacy, because apparently Pennywise is in that movie.
Oh my God, that'd be great. Like, yeah, so like every time you flush, it's like, we all float down here. You'll float too. You'll float too. Oh, I'd love that. It's just scare my visitors. But yeah, it's like, it's funny because like you got all these characters showing up in Space Jam. So is Batman going to show up?
Maybe.
Oh, can you imagine if Kevin Conroy's Batman showed up?
Well, he did in the Crisis on Infinite Earths. Speaking of DC things, I just heard that they're going to do more Justice League shooting, and next month they're going to do some shoots for the Snyder Cut. Zack Snyder's getting the whole crew back together. No, because they're filling in the things because with the 2017 film, it was kind of a compromise vision. So even when Zack Snyder shot his footage, it wasn't quite what he wanted to do. So they're actually going back and shooting new scenes to fill out
now here's the question though that I have in terms of how the Snyder Cut is going to work.
It's going to be a 4-hour miniseries.
I know, but like I know how it's going to work. But in terms of canon, is this one officially canon, or is the Joss Whedon one out of canon?
Zach basically described it as it's kind of like the multiverse. So it's kind of like on its own trajectory.
It'll probably be explained in Flashpoint.
Yeah, because what's going to happen is Flashpoint's going to happen. It's going to kind of retool the whole universe because they're going across the multiverse with the Flash movie. We're going to get Ben Affleck's Batman. We're going to get Michael Keaton's Batman. I mean, can we just stop to think about that for a second? Michael Keaton back as Batman.
Yeah, it's Batman 3, finally.
Right. You know what? Batman 3's got to be Batman Beyond.
No, see, everybody wants Batman Beyond. No, save that for just a totally different Batman. I just want Michael Keaton back in the costume kicking ass.
Oh, yeah, because Keaton just still has that, like, intimidation factor to him. I've seen the concept art, so he will probably be in that suit.
Oh, that's going to be crazy. And then the fucking Batmobile showing up?
Okay. When that's going to show up, we're going to get Elfman's score again. Like,
can we just get Elfman to score the Flash movie?
As long as he's not Justice League Elfman. Well, Justice League Elfman was kind of...
No, I want fucking Batman Returns Elfman.
Oh, yeah, like... I think if Elfman's given time, because Justice League was a rush job. That was just a mess. He wasn't even given footage to look at. He was kind of just given concept art, and he had to rush to put together a score. Now, for the Snyder
it's
Cut,
weird because like, the idea of like, oh, we're going to bring back the Burton Batman, the Donner Superman themes. It's like, you're just playing on nostalgia, you know?
Right.
And that's another thing, too. It's funny because Matt Reeves is directing the Batman, which, by the way, looks amazing. I'm not going to lie.
Right. I have
But
faith
then
in Matt Reeves.
it's funny because not only has Henry Cavill signed on for 3 more Superman films, J.J. Abrams is rumored to direct them. Your stunned silence is very reassuring, Sean.
Oh, because I thought you were going to say something, so I just stopped talking.
No. So J.J. Abrams is rumored to finally direct a Superman movie. So maybe he'll dust off the old Superman flyby script.
That one's kind of a different thing. I don't think so. I think what you're going to see is Henry Cavill is going to show up as Superman in a couple movies. Hopefully, a Man of Steel solo movie. We really need a solo Superman movie.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like they should get J.J. Abrams to direct that. Get Henry Cavill, keep the whole cast of Man of Steel. The only thing you do is make it a bit more like the Donner movies. Like update the Donner films. Don't make it canon to the Donner films. Just like here's the Man of Steel Superman.
We have the Brandon Routh
Superman. More like the one you remember.
I think the way to do it is to kind of mirror not the Donner films, but Superman the animated series.
Even that, like even if you do animated series, but you keep the John Williams music. That was my only gripe with Man of Steel. I'm not a fan. I think Hans Zimmer is overdone.
I love both music. I love the flight theme. I like the track. If you love these people when he's fighting Zod, I love having both themes. I think Hans Zimmer did a really good update to both Batman and Superman. So
if you
I really like
both.
That's the ideal
Zimmer
way to
and
do
the
it.
Williams, I think you've got a perfect balance.
That's exactly what I'm looking for. You got to have a little bit of both because I think both are really great scores combined together. Like Man of Steel, like you said, the action bits work better. The triumphant of Superman, I think the track flight where he first takes flight is my favorite part of that movie. Maybe it's just kind of like it's like overcoming struggle is kind of what I see it. And then it's just
more the thing is that the casual movie going public wouldn't recognize Zimmer's score. They're more familiar with John Williams, like
that, obviously.
When they hear that, it's like Superman. But You don't think Superman, you hear the constant drums and beats that Zimmer just overdoes. It's like, let's get a bit of like the Williams stuff. So people would be like, that's Superman. Like, hell, remember one of the greatest trailers I've ever seen is the teaser to Superman Returns. And the fact that they played on the Planet Krypton theme from Superman the movie and they used that and it's like 2001. Mm-hmm. To play that in this Superman would be great.
Right. Like I said, I want both themes in the movie because, like I said, I really like both scores quite a lot. So that's what I'm kind of hoping the next Superman film utilizes. But if Henry Cavill, since he's apparently signed on for 3 movies, you're probably going to see him. He's going to fight The Rock. That's something that's going to happen. It's a guarantee. It's a given at this point.
Superman versus Black Adam. There's your movie.
Right. I think what'll happen is we're going to get Shazam 2, which apparently Sinbad's in.
Oh, crap. I know exactly where this is going. That's hilarious.
Literally, at the DC Fandom event, just in the middle of the panel, Sinbad shows up randomly in it because of the whole Sinbad Shazam thing. And then I guess he's going to be in the movie. So you'll have Shazam 2, you'll have your Black Adam. Because Black Adam and Shazam are like...
Here's what I want. Can we get Sinbad in the movie, but he's playing the same mailman from Jingle All the Way?
Myron?
Yeah, Myron from Jingle All the Way, which makes that canon to the DCEU. And then on top of that, you want to go a step further. So that means we can get Arnold coming in as Turbo Man.
Yes.
and then you make the confusion and you put Shaquille O'Neal in, and he's basically Kazam, but he was also the whole time Steel.
Oh my.
So Steel and Kazam were the same guy.
That's amazing.
There, I just solved a whole issue. Like, how funny would that be to see like all these characters, like all this is all the 90s cinematic universe?
I'm totally sold. I think
Jingle All the Way is... Space Jam 2, you know who you throw in? Baby's Kids.
Okay, you're going a little too far here.
Oh, I dig deep. I dig
all
deep.
Right.
But just put in fucking Baby's Kids and I'll be happy.
Amazing. Just amazing. But yeah, like Shazam 2, it's going to be called Shazam Fury of the Gods, which sounds pretty interesting. I really like David F. Sandberg, the director. Honestly, he's one of my favorite directors out there. Like, he does a lot of these great informative videos about inside of movie making. Gives you all sorts of tips. He goes down and explains things about the test screening process. He's an expert at memes and trolling. So on Twitter, he's one of my favorite people to follow. I recommend following his Twitter page.
Yeah, I mean, I'll definitely take a look at that. And David has an interesting question, because this is something I've been kind of thinking about. Am I going to get a King Kong tattoo? Not to Kong, but I've actually been kind of considering getting a tattoo. I've actually really considered it. Like, just kind of like a one thing. But not
it's going to be you in 18 in your one episode.
No, not the fan art. Not the fan art. No, I would just be like, it would just be something simple. And it would more than likely just go like somewhere where not many people would see it. Like just on my chest.
Okay.
So probably not on my arm or anything. Nothing like that. I wouldn't have it be noticeable. But I wish Street Sharks and Extreme Dinosaurs were in the DCEU.
Screw it. You know what? We're going to the multiverse with the DCU. That's one thing, the advantage they really have over Marvel. I mean, Marvel's going to kind of try and do that with Doctor Strange 2, which honestly, that's the most exciting for any MCU movie because Sam Raimi's making it.
Yeah, and plus the possibility of Tobey Maguire coming back as Spider-Man. It's funny too, because like I look at like Street Sharks and Extreme Dinosaurs. No, save that for the Ninja Turtles multiverse.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and hell, like, I mean, who's got the rights to Power Rangers now? Like the movie rights?
Is it still Lionsgate? Because Lionsgate's doing another reboot film, from what I heard.
No, I heard it might be Paramount.
Or it might be Paramount. I don't know who's going to do it. Paramount has like no franchises anymore.
Well, no, they have Transformers. They have Ninja Turtles.
But those kind of went down the shitter. And they are doing a Ninja Turtles
Power
reboot.
Rangers in the mix. Like it's funny because Hasbro has the license to Power Rangers now. Why we aren't getting Megazord Transformers, I have no idea.
Well, the Power Rangers and the Ninja Turtles could cross over.
Yeah, there you go. So you can do that, and you can do Transformers. Just add it all together. I don't know. Maybe Zordon in this universe used Transformers technology to create Zords.
Possibly.
You can combine the Dinozord, or you combine the Dinobots with the Dinozords. I'd watch that.
Oh, I'd watch it too.
And then you get David K to be T-Rex Megatron.
Perfect.
Yeah. That's what I want from Hasbro and Paramount. Do a fucking Beast Wars movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Like they were apparently they were in talks to do one, and it was actually going to be a prequel to the Bay movies, without Michael Bay obviously involved. But Hasbro literally said it's too expensive to make.
They spent like $300 million on Transformers movies.
Exactly, and like they would be all CG.
Yeah. The best part of Bumblebee was the opening
Why would that be more expensive? I would like see, because Beast Wars, that was my generation's Transformers. I didn't grow up with G1. I grew up with Beast Wars. So I mean, hell, like look at this shit. Hold on, I still have from my childhood.
Look at the comments real quick.
Freaking Optimus Prime and freaking Megatron. I still have these. These are my generation's Transformers. I didn't care how the fuck they worked. I just like the look of them. Without their...
you should.
What?
As you should.
Yeah, like look at it's freaking Kong and the T-Rex. Like how cool is that? And it's like freaking Megatron. He's got a freaking squirt gun in his mouth. You know, go, yes, I am Megatron. Yes. Freaking love this shit. So make this a movie. I'm so done with the cars and robots. Make dinosaur beast things and do shit. Sam Wilson, have I watched Camp Cretaceous? No, because I can't have access to my Netflix account yet.
Yeah, I've not watched it either. I was tempted to watch it. I might watch it this week. I heard there's actually a really high body count from what I read online.
People say it's good. People say it's good, which is a plus, because my only concern was I don't mind a Jurassic Park TV series. My only gripe is that the quality of the human characters in the show looked very Kong King of the Apes to me.
Oh, and you mean your favorite show?
I was very concerned of how it looked, but given how people have said, I'm going to probably check it out. And more than likely, it will be part of the next set of Jurassic Park Legacy reviews, because I think I pretty much narrowed down what kind of the last era of those are going to be. They're going to be the first two are going to be on the book. So the Crichton Jurassic Park and Crichton Lost World. Then I'm going to talk about Camp Cretaceous and then Dominion. Those will be like the last 4, depending on if they decide to do another one after.
They're going to be making more Jurassic Park movies. Dominion
they're
is
going to be making more. You know what? Actually, you know what would be a better idea? Because I really dug the hell out of Battle at Big Rock.
Right.
Films.
Yeah. Did you review Battle at Big Rock? I know you did a reaction to it.
I didn't do a review, but I might count it as part of the Camp Cretaceous stuff because they
should probably do that.
But yeah, like I think short films would be a good ideal. Plus, it could give access to the franchise to other filmmakers and even young filmmakers who want to tell a story.
Right, and could get more creative. Like the Jurassic, isn't it crazy? We're living in this big resurgence in like monster movies and Jurassic Park's bigger than ever.
Yeah, like actually one idea I had, kind of a concept I had for a potential Godzilla film I thought about telling is okay, what do you call it when you live in like, you know, sort of Kansas and sort of an area like a whole farm field and you always get tornadoes?
You're in like, was it Tornado Alley?
Yeah, like something like that. I thought about telling a Godzilla movie from the perspective of a family in sort of a Tornado Alley situation where, you know, Godzilla is attacking just this one open area, and it's like it's like Twister. It's like this tropical storm that's coming in, and this one family in this one house in this like farm area, and they're like, they don't know where to go. They can't even go into the bomb shelter because the monsters could like squish it. So the idea is like we tell it from their perspective, and then we don't know what's happening. But then once we go outside into the fields, we see them running, and we look up, and there's Godzilla like I'm even thinking put Godzilla in sort of a tornado storm.
Oh, sweet.
But not like a Godzilla NATO. Fuck that shit. I'm talking about he's in the middle. He's just stomping through, and he just caught right in the middle of the storm, and he's fighting another monster around the storm. So it's Godzilla, another monster, and a tornado.
So somebody mentioned in the comments Godzilla versus Twister. It's the wonder of nature, baby.
No, and then it turns out the Twister is just Bill Paxton's ghost.
And Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Oh god, it's like, and no, you just have like, yeah, they're all like, it's coming right for us. It's already here.
It's the suck zone.
So yeah, I just thought about calling it, I don't know, Godzilla Tornado Alley.
And then, just for the hell of it, the ghost of Jonas is in there. By the way, I really enjoy your weather reports.
No, it's like, he's just coming down. Remember to drink Pepsi.
Of course you had the Pepsi conveniently at that time.
No, it's like, see,
I love Twister.
Where it's like, we don't know what it is. And then once we go outside and we see the family run off to the truck or something, we see Godzilla fighting another monster like a Muto or, I don't know, like Gabra or something. And they just take off on the truck, and while a Twister is happening in this battle.
Right.
Like, how crazy I think for like a short film, I could probably make that. Because because what's great is you could tell the whole story without showing any effects. And then the last shot would be the most expensive shot because you just got to hire some digital artists to do a Godzilla in CGI.
Right, and we've seen artists, even like the fan art or that fan trailer thing going on with that commercial with Godzilla and Kong fighting, where it's the beans and the chick with the big tits or whatever. You saw that one?
I saw that one. Oh, I was just like, ugh.
I'll say this, though. The animation on Godzilla and Kong is really impressive.
Yeah, like, I mean, the animation's great. It's just, can we just get a fucking trailer?
You know what? We're just going to have to wait till December. I think December... We got to wait to see how the theaters are, because they might even delay it again.
Here's another idea. You put it out the day of release.
No, that's not going to make any money. Nobody's going to even know.
No. What you do is you show the trailer first, and then you surprise people saying, go see it now playing in theaters. Instead of saying coming soon or whatever, you say now playing in theaters.
No, like, you got to have time to build up.
You just say now playing in theaters, go see it now.
I don't know. That wouldn't make sense financially and marketing wise, because it's got to be a big event. So
yeah, I think that would be it's kind of like the the Cloverfield scenario where it's like, here's a surprise, you know?
Well, the reason that was a surprise is because the Cloverfield paradox is a piece of shit. That's why they just dumped it on
you do
Netflix.
Cloverfield Paradox, but you do it right. You fix it.
Right. Cloverfield Paradox, that was one of those movies where they just last minute added on a bunch of Cloverfield stuff. Completely unnecessary to that movie. That's why it's literally all over the place. It doesn't make sense at all. It's just a mess. 10 Cloverfield Lane, that's a great suspenseful, like trapped in like claustrophobic horror movie.
Yeah, I did not see I didn't see that yet, but thoughts on the trailer. I've never seen the original Dune, so I have no opinion.
My dad loves Dune though. He was like, I was telling him about the Dune thing. He was like getting excited like me for like Godzilla versus Kong. He was like, "When's the Dune trailer come out?" And I'm like, "Okay, all right, chill."
The only reason I know of Dune is because it stars the bad guy from the Flintstones movie.
Cliff.
Yeah. And I know, I'm sorry, I love the Flintstones movie.
I quite enjoy the first one. Viva Rock Vegas is like, it's one of those movies that's like, I can't stop watching it because it's like an enjoyably terrible movie.
That was a fever dream. I saw that in theaters, and I was surprised to realize, oh shit, that was Thomas Gibson as the bad guy.
Right, and you have Stephen Baldwin, who's actually kind of a perfect casting for
Alan Cumming as the Gazoo. Yeah, how would I do a Godzilla versus teaser? Simple. I made a YouTube video about it using the music from Akira, and it got over 1 million views.
Oh, you lucky son of a bitch.
Oh, that's why actually my channel went up, because that thing went viral.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. I'm like, holy shit, 1 million views. Like, I'm super proud of you, man. The most I got is like almost 100,000 on a video, but
part of me wants to do, like, a lot of people tell me I should do more fan trailers, which I want to. I just gotta find the time.
Right.
Yep. Hi, Kaiju Network. Good to see you.
Shut up, Anime Sean. No, Anime Sean is here to stay.
Oh yeah, guys, you guys need to try it on Snapchat, the anime filter. It's actually pretty freaky, and it's amazing.
Yeah, I saw when Jack did it. I'm like, what the hell?
I looked awesome as an anime character. It's like, there, I did my own fan art.
Exactly. Me, like, it kind of switches. Like, yours feels more like you. Like, mine kind of just goes back and forth. Like, my hair turns long, it gets shorter. It's kind of weird, but
stay the fuck still.
I did stay still, but it wasn't like, you know.
Yeah, I honestly, I don't know. Like, your profile, it looks like it's weird because I can't tell if it looks confused, shocked. It looks like your childhood was just destroyed.
It probably was.
No, you know what it is? That's the face you make when you watch my BigJackFilms Valentine's Day special.
Oh, absolutely. That's the exact face I make the entire time. I'm just like.
Exactly. Oh, I will never forget showing Nick that video. Part 1. His jaw dropped, and he actually had to walk out of the room right away.
I remember the first time I watched it, my jaw hit the floor too. I was like, what?
How? No, but the best part about that special was the freaking comments, because I love part 2. It's just like, the one comment I love is, I hate you. Because I just destroyed anybody's like stances on that character.
Yeah, you ruined Android 18 for a lot of people.
No. I literally, see, I took waifuism to the next level.
Hey, when I posted my video today, because I tested out the Snapchat filter, and I just posted it to my YouTube channel. A lot of people, I was like, oh, this is cool. I think now, where's my waifu? And that's how the video ends.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, because like I literally, when I did that, because my idea with, like, you know, certain things is, how can I up the ante, right? How can I surpass others? So literally with the frickin' that Valentine's Day special, I literally quoted Sylvester Stallone in Spy Kids 3D. I'm taking this to the next level. You know, and that's what I usually do. I try to take everything I do to the next level. Like,
as you should.
How I can surpass myself. Sometimes it's good to kind of go back. Like here's an example. We were supposed to do Mummy Month this year, but COVID, right? So we're gonna try to push it to next year. And basically, I have a set of specials I'm doing this month, or this coming month. But they are in the style of like the old school reviews that I did back in 2013.
Right, and I sometimes just like watching reviews like that because I just love, listening and hearing various opinions on classic Universal stuff. It's one of the reasons why Monsters Madness is one of my favorite things when it comes to Halloween. I just sit there and I just listen, and it just kind of sucks me in with like the way it's edited, the way it talks things. I really just love that kind of shit. That's what I'm really excited about your Universal reviews. So I'm like, oh, Universal Monsters, that was my gateway into horror. Really, kind of like some of the first movies I ever saw were the
For me,
Universal
it's
films.
less about ripping off Monster Madness because James is a friend of mine, and more about, hey, Mummy Month got canceled, so let me give some of the people something else in return, so I can have some stuff that when I eventually do Mummy Month, I have something to back me up.
Right. I would not call it a ripoff or anything because I'm like, I mean, he just did a 31-day marathon. I mean, like everyone else was doing reviews and stuff, and you know what? It's pushing people into like doing that type of content, which is a good thing. You get what I'm saying? Like,
I'm reading what Smith's saying. Yes, it did. And then he says, you should send a fake marriage proposal to Meredith McCoy. No, for a couple of reasons. One, Meredith is a friend of mine, and two, she's already married, and three, she's just a friend of mine.
Oh, that's the voice of 18, right?
Yeah, she's a friend of mine. Actually, she just started, guys, if you guys are interested, she just started a YouTube channel. I will put a link after this stream to it. Guys, go check her out. She's got this amazing channel. She's starting up her music career, and I've listened to a lot of her music. It's actually really good.
Perfect.
So yeah, if you thought, oh, 18 can like act and stuff, and then no, I'm gonna like when I first started hearing her music, I was like Marty in Back to the Future 3. The Doc can dance? I was like, 18 can sing?
Does she sing in the 18 voice, or is it kind of like a different sounding tune?
It's weird because she actually did back when Z came out. Bruce Falconer, who does the score, is also a friend of mine. I know a lot of people.
That's awesome. Yeah, I know. Like, why isn't Falconer doing all the music?
Both Bruce Falconer and Ron Wasserman.
You know Ron?
Oh yeah, I know Ron. Ron actually, what is it? Gave blessing to my Power Rangers review.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
He loved it.
Like, that's great. Probably loves Zordon the most.
Yeah. No, it's funny. The funniest thing I've ever seen, like a parody of Zordon, was the
College Humor
video where it looks like he's having a stroke.
Oh, I was going to say the College Humor video.
No. I like the one where he's having a stroke where it's like, Zordon, help me. He's like, I can't help Power Rangers. You're running around.
Hello.
Oh, it's great. But, yeah, so it's like, I know a lot of these people. So with Meredith, when Z started coming out, Falconer had put out these albums with like all the soundtrack, one of them being an Android 18 special edition disc where they wrote a song for her and she sang that, and it sounds so eerily the same.
That's great.
Yeah, she's actually really cool. She's a really cool gal. I'd actually recommend everybody checking out her YouTube channel.
Will do.
Yeah, I'll send you a link after the stream too. So let's see here. Back to the Future. Like, let's talk about this. What are the most quotable movies of all time?
Right, absolutely. I
can name a few. Back to the Future, Lord of the Rings, Star Wars. But one that a lot of people don't like, I don't know if this is necessarily quotable, but it is for me because I've seen the movie so many goddamn times. The Great Escape.
Oh, hey, Jack. Kaiju Network wants to jump on.
Kaiju Network wants to jump on? Okay, I hope we can fit 3 people. I will send him a link.
You can fit at least 3 people on here. I've done it on mine.
Yeah, like I got a better Wi-Fi router now, so I should be able to do more. So hold on a second. Let's see if we can get him on here. I'm just checking all my messages. Okay, I hope he can jump on. Let's see here. If he's going to make it.
Dude, I've walked like 3 miles since the start of the stream. This is pretty good.
Dude, I can walk from one end of Manhattan to the other in like a half hour.
No, like honestly, like if I'm like talking with somebody, I don't even realize I'm walking all this distance. Because if I'm just walking and listening to music.
But like, I'm just saying, like in terms of how much I can walk a distance, I literally did that. I was in Manhattan and I walked from the north end to the south end of Manhattan in like a half hour.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
And actually, compared to Toronto, believe it or not, Toronto is a bigger city. Okay, here he is. Hang on. All right, and Ryan of Kaiju Network is here. How you doing, Ryan?
Good. Shut up, Ryan.
Shut up, Meg. So now we got 3 in here. So how you doing, Ryan? We're just talking about movies.
Yeah, I was actually thinking of doing reviews of the every episode of the King Kong show. You should join. It's gonna be hell.
Oh my god. No, man, I'm really busy because I'm still working on my Halloween specials. Which by the way, guys, the trailer's gonna come out on Friday, so.
Oh yeah, I'm working on a big Halloween review. I'm doing Halloween 2018 with my friend. So we're actually going out to film.
I really dug the hell out of that.
Oh, we watched it like twice in a row. We were writing down a bunch of notes and some ideas and that. I'm really excited to get back into that because it'll kind of continue off where the last Halloween review I did, which was like back in 2018. So like if you guys so that one actually we have some fun ideas there because Halloween Kills was supposed to come out next month. So I'm gonna release it the day that movie was supposed to come out, and we're gonna kind of play into that and play up with the whole COVID and the theater closing thing with the opening. So that should be fun.
I really dug the hell out of that trailer they put out on Twitter where she's just like, no, let him burn!
Let him burn!
No, I thought he was saying let him burn.
Yeah. Or
was it let it burn or let him burn?
No, she's like, let it burn! Let it burn! I just watched it today because I was hearing test screenings about Halloween Kills being really good, like way better than the 2018 film. Way more brutal, too.
Yeah, it's going for like Halloween 2, where it's like more brutal than the first one, and it's weird too. This is something too with Halloween. It's like out of all the versions of the theme, my personal favorite is the second one.
Yeah, mine too. I think it just kind of the way it's just that synthesizer feel to it.
And also because Decker Shadow made him dance to that, and I'm like, I can't get over that.
Right. And what I like, what is it? I really like some of the scores. Like John Carpenter, when he's on any of the scores for the Halloween movies, really, really good. I really like the track where it's called The Shake Punts Allison. It's like do 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 do. It's like this really epic, music right here. You know what? Here's an idea. John Carpenter scoring a Godzilla movie.
Ooh. Or just John Carpenter's Godzilla.
I'm all in on that. I want to see Carpenter make some more movies. I want to see him reunite with Kurt Russell.
Well, it's funny because because here's something that's interesting. This has been happening for almost, I think, 30, 40 years. Universal has been trying for so long to do a remake of Creature from the Black Lagoon. And it was passed on from director to director. And around the late 80s, early 90s, because he had just done The Thing for Universal, they had hired John Carpenter to do a remake of The Creature from the Black Lagoon. Granted, that would have been amazing, but then he dropped out, and they even offered it to Peter Jackson, and he chose Kong instead. Now, even around the 2010s, there was rumors of a remake, but I think since The Shape of Water, that project is eventually it's scrapped at this point.
They're going to get to it eventually. They're going to because Universal's had some really good success with The Invisible Man, and they're doing a Wolfman movie with Ryan Gosling now.
See, it's weird because the 3 revives of the monsters that did really well were the 99 Mummy, the 2010 Wolfman, and the Invisible Man.
Well, the 2010 Wolfman wasn't a huge hit because they went back and reshot the whole thing, basically.
I actually really dug the remake. I really liked it.
I enjoyed it too. Benicio del Toro's unintentionally hilarious in that movie.
Yeah, he's the Hulk.
Yeah, like just the part where he's when he's like, "I will kill all of you." I laughed quite a bit. He has just some of the little moments there, and the guy's like, "You see, when the patient sees the full moon, they will realize it's a Roxy Beowulf," and then he just gets gutted to shreds.
I'm just waiting for a proper redo of Dracula. Because the problem with every Dracula that's come out since, they don't hit the mark that Lugosi and Christopher Lee left.
I think Untold, I really liked Luke Evans in the movie. I thought he was great, a different take on the character. But it just kind of was generic action movie. I think Charles Dance was really creepy in that movie, though.
See, Charles Dance, I think here's how I would have done it. Benedict Cumberbatch as Count Dracula, and then Charles Dance as Van Helsing. that's how they should have done it. I just think that the entirety of like Dracula has not been done right since Christopher Lee, honestly. Like,
what about Gary Oldman? And
fuck that piece of shit.
I am
That movie was
with my
terrible.
ignorance count.
Boring, and that's not Dracula. He looks like Krusty the Clown.
Okay, I have a soft spot for that movie. It's unintentionally hilarious at times. Like Dracula looks like he has like I did a review on that a few years ago on my old channel. It's gone now, but like he looks like a giant ass head with that.
It looks like he's got balls for a hairdo.
Yeah, it's hilarious. And Keanu Reeves is hilarious in that movie because he's so out of place. He's supposed to be doing an English accent. He's just doing like a surfer bro voice the whole time.
The only thing that actually was decent was Anthony Hopkins as Van Helsing.
The score is amazing. You can't.
The score is okay, but not. It's like Dracula hasn't been Dracula since Christopher Lee.
Yeah, I can't. What about Dracula 2000 with Gerard Butler? That trilogy of films.
What the fuck? I didn't even know that existed.
Yes, Wes Craven made a movie called Dracula 2000. It was followed up by 2 sequels. Jason Scott Lee's in 2 and 3. He's a martial arts priest.
Oh my god! So it's the kung fu priest from Brain Dead.
Pretty much, but then they kind of tease a sequel after. Dracula 2 is awful. 3 is a lot more entertaining because Rutger Hauer shows up as Dracula. Dracula changes constantly through the movies.
I just want a consistent one style looking Count Dracula, and that's the suit, the cape, the short black hair, and the fangs. That's all I want from Dracula.
Right.
The generic Dracula. That's the one thing with Dracula I just can't stand. They constantly change what he can do. At this point, Dracula's a fucking shapeshifter.
Well, he kind of always was. He turns into a bat, right?
But a bat. That's it. The whole wolf thing is stupid. But just a bat and maybe a demon form, but nothing else.
Come on, guys. Twilight.
Oh, shut the fuck up, Ryan.
Well, actually, funny enough, that's one of the opening night reviews I got to do this week. I got to do Eclipse, which I heard is a decent one because there's a lot of action in it.
Hey, you know what? None of your opening nights will be as good as your King Arthur one.
What? Oh, God.
One. You were so angry.
That is one of the worst movies I've ever seen, Sean.
I saw it in theaters, and I laughed so hard at how terrible it was. I don't know.
No, I'll bring this up. There are a couple of movies I've actually walked out of for a variety of reasons. I walked out of Jurassic Park 3. That was the first I ever walked out of a movie.
Oh, come on. 3 is better than 2.
No, 3 is better than Fallen Kingdom.
3 is underrated. I'll watch 3 over 2.
I appreciate 3 more now after Fallen Kingdom came out. But with excuse me. Yeah, I walked out of that. I walked out of Into the Woods. Actually, what's funny about that? Bradley and I saw that. We saw that on a very busy night in the holidays. 5 minutes in, I looked at him and I said, "Are you getting this at all?" And he's like, "No." I'm like, "This sucks." And we walked out and we got our money back.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was that. There was I walked out of the third act of Jupiter Ascending because I was so disappointed with that movie that I
don't walk out of movies. I paid the money. I'm going to sit there to the end, even though
I walked out and I went to play with puppies, and that was more entertaining than Jupiter Ascending.
Dude, I never watched Jupiter. I tried watching it. It was so boring. I shut it off on my TV.
The trailers got me because it looked like a really good original sci-fi movie, and it turned out to be total fucking ass.
The last entertaining Wachowski's movie, I actually genuinely have a lot of fun with Speed Racer.
Speed Racer's their best movie.
Oh, man, I haven't seen that in a long time.
Speed Racer's their best movie. It's got John Goodman in it. Of course it's good.
Oh, and the bad guy is hilarious. I love the bad guy so much.
Oh, I used to be so into Speed Racer.
Well, because I enjoyed it too, because I actually, back in the late 90s, because I used to live in the States at the time, and I had Cartoon Network, and I watched Speed Racer. I watched the cartoon, and I had the PS1 game. So I already knew about Speed Racer. So when I see the movie, I'm like, okay, yeah, this is just like the cartoon. It's full of cocaine.
Speed.
I loved that movie. But so I walked out of Jupiter Ascending, and this one's great. I walked out of Big Mama's House 2.
Pussy.
No,
I'm sorry.
you want to know why? Because I actually started to get a fever, and I actually threw up in the theater, and my dad had to take me out.
Okay, that I don't consider that walking out if you're sick.
Yeah,
No,
I mean,
that
if
movie
you're
was
sick.
so bad it made me sick.
I had like the flu when I went to see a movie, and like I was taken to. I went to the midnight thing. I was like, I had to go to the bathroom in the theater, and I was there for like 40 minutes, and I came back. I'm like, I just kind of just struggled to sit through the rest of it because I was not feeling good. The only movie that ever made me feel physically sick was Blair Witch, the one by Adam Wingard. The motion sickness to it, I felt physically ill leaving the theater, and it took me like 2 hours to get over my like motion sickness.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. Like, have there been any movies you've walked out of, Ryan?
No, I don't do that.
So, but I have not walked out. I have not walked out.
I've walked out of a few. You know, there's just some I'm just like, this sucks.
I don't watch enough
Almost did.
movies in theaters.
Almost did with Lords of Salem.
No, it's funny because there's one movie I want to see because I found out there's a couple people on it that I really like that are in it. It's the Brendan Fraser movie, Furry Vengeance.
Oh my God, I watched that. I bought the DVD for that recently, or was it beginning of the year or something like that? That movie is awful, but there's like one part that I genuinely find like horrifically kind of funny. Like it's one of those like
the only reason I want to watch it is because it also has Patrice O'Neal and Jimmy Norton in it. And I love those two guys because I listen to Opie and Anthony all the time. And actually, Jimmy Norton was also in the first Spider-Man movie.
Okay.
Yeah, he was the guy who's like, he stinks and I don't like him.
Dresses like a spider.
Yeah, that's Jimmy Norton. You should listen to Ryan. You should listen to his comedy. He's exactly like that on his radio show.
I'll have to. Hey, actually, speaking of, Jack, have you ever seen the 1977 Spider-Man TV movie and show?
I get confused with it for the Tokusatsu series. Like, isn't it where they took the Japanese footage and made it an American TV series and then spliced a bunch of episodes into a movie?
I'm pretty sure it's that they're actually totally separate, but there's a YouTube channel that's been taking VHSs and they're remastering them, and they have the full pilot movie up. It's actually not terrible. It's really funny how bad the effects are, but
see, I'm more of a fan. I'll tell one story about Spider-Man. That I was at an antique mall down the road where I used to live, and they had a script for the Cameron Spider-Man movie.
Oh God!
For the James Cameron Spider-Man movie, I was tempted to buy it, but by the time I went back and wanted to get it, it was gone.
Yikes!
But it was like an actual script for the Cameron film, and I'm like, oh, because James Cameron, and also that, and then there was the Canon Spider-Man from Canon Films.
Never heard of that one.
You know, the guys who made Masters of the Universe and Superman 4, The Quest for Peace.
Oh, those pieces of shit.
Yeah, they were going to make a Spider-Man movie. In fact, there was rumors they were actually going to do a crossover with Superman.
Oh, goodness.
Because at the time, Marvel and DC were actually working together on a few crossovers.
Right, because there's the reason you don't see Marvel and DC doing crossover anymore. There was some guy from Marvel who talked some really nasty shit about DC, and from that point on, they were just like, no, we're not doing this anymore.
Yeah,
I
remember there's one comic I want to read. It's a one-off series, and it was a Batman Spider-Man crossover, and I kind of want to read that because it looks like the Keaton Batman and then like the Raimi Spider-Man team up.
Oh, perfect.
Which, to be honest, I would actually watch that because then you could just get Danny Elfman to do the score for both.
Yep.
You know, you can bind both teams together. I'd freaking watch that.
I really love the Elfman Spider-Man score. It's really...
It's good. Like, I love that. That is the Spider-Man theme, but it also just has a little bit of Batman in it.
Yeah, it definitely has a little bit of that because Elfman early on, like, I want to say up to like God, when did Elfman kind of drop off and stop caring with his music?
I want to say the last score I thought that was pretty decent was his score to Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah, he hasn't really done like anything really worthwhile in a really long time, which is unfortunate because Elfman's made some really good scores. 89 is like one of my top 5 favorite scores of all time.
Top 2 scores that he did for me were Batman Returns is the best and Edward Scissorhands.
Oh, Edward Scissorhands, another great one.
In fact, I'll say this: Edward Scissorhands is my favorite Tim Burton movie. Like,
I got a
that
comment.
is Tim's magnum opus. He hasn't made anything good since.
All right, I got a comment. Carl Dunson III. Hey, Sean, what's your opinion on the 50-Foot Woman remake with the darker tone and compelling storyline? I never watched the original, but sure, why not? Like, I'm up for seeing anything.
It sounds like shit.
Well, I mean, like, it's sad when Hollywood's running out of ideas. They got to start remaking Roger Corman movies.
Yeah, we're
You know,
going back to
remake.
like all the 50s shit.
So where's my remake of The Terror?
Remake the
Claw.
Giant Claw.
Giant Claw, yes.
No. Remake The Screaming Skull.
Yes.
I just have it just be like a big skull that goes
no.
popping and eating people like
got-
Pac-Man.
I got you all beat. Remake Reefer Madness.
Oh God! No! It would just be a Pure Flix movie.
Exactly.
Oh my God! Yes, and no, it's a Pure Flix movie directed by Kirk Cameron.
Oh, Kirk Cameron Saving Christmas. Have you heard of that?
Okay, can I be honest? There is never a director or a filmmaker or an actor that I have ever wished death upon. Kirk Cameron, I want to see him die. He has made
Jesus.
he has made, like, his movies should be illegal.
Oh, good God, Jack.
Like, his movies should be on par with, like, child pornography. They are fucked up. I'm not kidding. I fucking despise Kirk Cameron. I hate him. Emphasis on pure, utter hatred. I fucking am enthralled by Kirk Cameron. My fists are clenched. That's how much I hate him.
Tell us how you really feel.
No, I want to see him die slowly. That I saw a movie. Well, I saw, what was it? Cinema Snot review a movie he did. I think it's called Left Behind, or I can't remember what it's called. But it's about Kirk Cameron kidnapping children and telling them, lying to their faces that they're dead and that they're in heaven so that they can do his fucking farm work. This is a movie that is real, was paid for and funded and released.
Well, at least it isn't Cuties on Netflix.
No.
Cuties killed Dark Crystal. Someone said.
It's not as bad as Cooties. It's as bad.
Cooties.
It's bad. Like, Cooties, and I'm surprised Kirk Cameron didn't direct that either.
God,
That's
Cuties
bad.
is so terrible.
We got to be careful, Jack. It's Cuties, not Cooties. Cooties is a horror movie starring Elijah Wood, I think.
No. That's fucking Good Son.
Oh God, the Good
Oh,
Son.
I love that movie.
I always had like this anger towards. I didn't like seeing Macaulay Culkin get killed and as the bad guy as a kid.
That's the biggest controversy. They killed a child.
Right, they drop him off a cliff. They're like, "I'm sorry, Henry," and then, boom, dropped right off.
I just love what Nostalgia Critic did, where it's like Elijah Wood, like Lord of the Rings, this, cha-ching, and then freaking Macaulay Culkin, it's like Richie Rich, the drop him. Forget, like, but yeah, I fucking hate Kirk Cameron to the core. Like, I want him to rot away of cancer. That's how much I hate him. Oh my God, fuck that guy. And you know what makes me really upset? It makes me never want to watch one documentary that he was in ever again. That was The Secrets of the Back to the Future trilogy. It was part of the VHS set, and he hosted it. And now that I know what he's done, I can't unsee what he's done. And now I'm like, I hate this documentary. Like, it's one of those times I wanted George Lucas and digitize him out of the fucking documentary.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know, replace him with the guy who voices Aladdin from Full House. Something a bit
Steve?
more pleasant. What?
Oh, Steve from Aladdin or whatever his name was, Steve.
Yeah, Yeah, or freaking Bob Saget. Somebody else. Can we just
Bob Saget?
Yeah, can we just like digitize him into the Back to the Future documentary, please?
Oh.
But that's how much I hate Kirk Cameron. I want to digitize him out of a documentary.
Sean, you know who needs a movie? L.A. Beast.
Yes. L.A. Beast here.
Have a good day. He sticks his hand in the fucking.
Have a good day.
But yeah, this is I can go on tirades about Kirk Cameron because oh my god.
Make a hit piece video.
What?
Make a hit piece video on him.
Yeah, like
his name is Kirk Cameron, the scariest guy. Dude, Kirk Cameron is fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's the thing. He belongs in a mental asylum. Like he belongs in a mental institution. Fuck Kirk Cameron. Yeah, you don't even deserve that last name. That belongs to greats like James. Oh my god.
I have issues with James Cameron now. James Cameron hasn't made a good movie since True Lies.
Well, because he's crazy on his fucking blue rabbit fetish.
Yeah, he's a master manipulator. I'll give him that.
No, I guarantee he didn't even have.
He hasn't made a good movie since True Lies.
Terminator Dark Fate. He didn't have diddly dick to deal with it.
Oh, yeah, because James Cameron, James Cameron lies through his teeth. Like, he lied about Terminator Genesis. He's like, well, I really, really like this movie. And he's like, well, I said that for Arnold's sake. Like, you fucking liar. Even though I don't mind Genesis. Like, I don't hate it like everyone else does.
The one he actually said was the worst was Genesis.
He said he really liked Genesis. He literally says on video that he takes
really like 3 and 4. He did he went back and watched 3 and 4. He said actually I wish they would have stuck with what 4 was doing.
Yeah, and then he does an interview on video. He's just like, this is where I consider it picks up right after 2. Or no, this one picks up after. You know what? Shut up, James. Just stop
shut up. Just shut up and eat your maple syrup like a good Canadian.
Right. Go do that. Go raise the bar again or whatever it is that you do.
At this point,
God, I've been walking for an hour and 2. You
ever seen that fan trailer where it's like Jack, but they unthaw him? They literally unthaw him like Captain America, and now he's stuck in the present time. I would rather watch
Titanic 2, Jack is back.
Yeah, that's the title. Titanic 2, Jack's back. I'm like, yeah, I'd rather watch that.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, but who cares? It sounds like it's an interesting concept. It's like, take Captain America.
And now the audio is muted.
But, make it realistic. If they actually thawed a guy out of time and they have to put him in, some sort of psychiatric ward.
Someone in the comments is mad you're not reading comments.
Well, because we're having a good conversation about movie. Hold on.
Damn it,
I can't hear you, Jack.
I need this shit.
I can't hear any audio for whatever reason.
No, it's the thing is, I don't have any fan mail yet, Jared. So I'm waiting. I got some in the mail, and my parents are delivering it tomorrow. So I'll probably do it next week.
Sean's gone.
Sean's gone. I think it's just because of the reception, but
sure.
Wow, we're going overtime on this stream. I actually got to head out soon because I got to watch these fucking 2 movies right now. There's 2 movies I got to do for opening night. So, yeah, this was actually a fun stream, guys. Thank you so much. I'm sorry we didn't get to comments this week. We probably will next week because I'll be having fan mail. I'll probably doing that solo. I think Sean's actually just missing right out. Yeah, Sean, we're actually just about to break for the night.
Okay, no, that's perfect because I'm getting ready to finish up my walk. It's been going on for an hour and 20 minutes now.
Yeah, and I got to get to reviewing 2 movies tonight for opening night, so it's going to be a long one.
Some plugs, I guess.
Yeah, plugs. Ryan, what do you got going on?
It's slow and sad, but I'll figure something out. I'm actually going to watch Jurassic Park 2 probably soon.
Yeah, do some reviews of some other non-kaiju movies. I don't know, do some dinosaur movies. Watch a Harryhausen movie.
Yeah, definitely have to do that.
Dude, freaking 1 million years BC in Guanji. That's the shit.
Oh, I got to watch your review. Shit.
Yes, do that, because those are going to lead up to the Halloween special.
Yay. But yeah, nothing really for me.
All right. Sean, what do you got going?
Okay, well, I just dropped a video on Friday, which got a lot of traction, which was pretty sweet. A lot of people really liked that, reached out to me, so that was pretty cool. Next videos I got going on, I'm working on my Justice League Throne of Atlantis video, and I'm also going to be doing a review on Halloween 2018, which drops next month. So those are my next two big reviews, and then I got some comic book reviews and some news and updates videos from throughout. So,
well, I'll put all your videos, guys, on my website on BigJackFilms.com. Guys, a big thank you to Ryan and Sean of Kaiju Network and JTIsReborn. Go subscribe to them. I'm sure they can really use the support.
Thank you so much for having me on. This was fun. It made my walk more enjoyable. I did not realize I walked 5 miles.
We've been talking for like an hour and 15 minutes.
Right. That's what makes it more fun. So, yeah.
Yeah, true.
I think I'm going to crash now. So.
All right. Well, thanks for guys coming. Of course, guys, if you have any questions, let us know in the comments, or you can mail us at BigJackFilms, P.O. Box 26, Queensville, Ontario, L0G100. We'd love to hear questions, comments, letters, gifts, donations. You can also go check out our Patreon. $1 more will get you early access to all of our content as well as other special features, and you will actually be able to see our Halloween specials pretty much a month early if you go check it out now. And other than that, yeah, we're just going to be chilling for a little bit. So tune in tomorrow. You're going to be seeing a new TikTok compilation, and then Friday, a trailer for our Halloween special, and then Saturday and Sunday, 2 opening nights. But we will definitely try to do fan mail next week's live stream. So until the next video, guys, like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you guys later. This is Big Jack Film signing off saying, fuck Kirk Cameron.
Take care now. Bye-bye then.